I do want to get into this Tyreek Hill deal. Because whenever I see a deal go down that's a little bit of a surprise, I think, well, what happened to the wheeling and dealing Howie Roseman? And the Eagles are in a position where they have the draft stock. We all know that. They have the draft capital. They have money to make a deal. They're under the cap right now, thanks to Howie's wizardry when it comes to the cap. We reworking Darius Slay's deal, for instance. Fletcher Cox, obviously taking less money. But Tyreek Hill goes to the Dolphins. So now he's going to be joined up with Jalen Waddle. That's a pretty good wide receiving core. Saw somebody tweet out, fastest receiving core in the history of the NFL. You wouldn't flip a 1 for Tyreek Hill? I'd flip a 1 for Tyreek Hill. Because here's what I don't want to do. I like Devontae Smith a lot. And I think that pick is going to be an absolute home run for the Eagles. And it's going to be great in the future with Devontae Smith. However, I would love to have a more veteran wide receiver on this team. I would love to upgrade, let's say, Quez Watkins. Huh? Love to upgrade Quez Watkins to Tyreek Hill. Could you imagine that speed down the sideline? Could you imagine that speed on a slant route? That's like prime Deshaun Jackson you're getting back in Philadelphia. And Howie Roseman, Mr. Wizard when it comes to trades, Howie fleeced someone else. That's what Howie does. Radio's silent on Tyreek Hill. I would like to think that a guy like Andy Reid might be in touch with his former team, might have a good relationship with Jeffrey Lurie or Howie Roseman in some capacity. Where hey guys, I'm trading Tyreek Hill. You interested? Maybe the Eagles weren't. Maybe the Eagles don't want that high-profile wide receiver that's going to draw a lot of attention. They like the more understated guys, the more humble guys. You know why they're humble? Because they're not that good, with the exception of Devontae Smith, of course. But maybe Tyreek Hill didn't want to come here. There's a lot of things that go into this. But for the Eagles, for a report not even to come out, say that the Eagles were kicking the tires on Tyreek Hill, just something along those lines, a little surprising. Somebody of that nature gets moved, and there's not even one report that comes out. Oh, and the Eagles are sniffing around with Tyreek Hill by their being available. Kansas City Chiefs are making Tyreek Hill available. Oh, and the Eagles are said to be interested. Not even a report of that. I know how warm the shower water was for Deshaun Watson, but I don't know whether or not the Eagles were in on Tyreek Hill at all. Here's one of the reasons I know they weren't, because he's not here. And the Eagles had a better opportunity to get him and more to spend than anybody, whether that be for a good trade for a team to look at with the Kansas City Chiefs with a possible first-round pick, or obviously affording him considering how much money they're under the cap. I would rather the Eagles just get another wide receiver as opposed to trying to groom one, because grooming them, they're not so good. Not so good at grooming wide receivers. You have to go out and getting them. Okay, maybe that's a better idea. Want to see Jalen Hurts take a major step forward? Maybe get him some better targets, and that would help out. I was surprised when that news went down yesterday. First, I was like, oh, wow, Tyreek Hill's getting moved. And then I was like, well, there's literally no reports about the Eagles, who've got the two things you really need in a trade, assets and money, and they're not even mentioned. That's an odd thing for a guy like Howie Roseman, who's in on everything. I would have given up a first for him.